Hello, everyone, and welcome to Big Boy Cars. A little bit of a different episode today. We're going to be doing the Quaran stream since we all can't go outside or you know do anything that we really want to. We're just all kind of stuck inside, so I figured why not get some people together and have some cool conversations about cars. So today we're going to be talking with different club presidents and different club members from around the country, see how things are, how club life is going for them. And to help me along with that, I got Phil. Phil's going to be joining in with me. And Phil and I are going to be talking to, oh, there's Phil. Phil and I are going to we're going to be talking to some of the car club presidents, but first I wanted to catch up with Phil, man. How you been?
Been good. Staying at home. Taking a holiday out every once in a while. That's about it. How about you?
Pretty much just staying at home, drinking a lot.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that too.
Nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. We've just been hanging out drinking, and yeah.
Sounds about right.
So, any new projects going on for you?
No, same old stuff. Nothing new. Can't buy much. Everything's very limited. Can't finish any project. It's kind of annoying.
I do. One thing that's been awesome is no traffic.
This is true.
Every time I've ventured out of the house, there's been nobody on the road.
Oh yeah, when I go to work, it takes me 15 minutes. It used to take me 25 to 30.
Right. I drove from Henderson to North Las Vegas in like 15 minutes the other day, like at 5 o'clock, which was crazy.
Yeah, that is rare. That's miracle type stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I think we should probably just pull in our first guest. I think who's going to be joining us first is going to be Kenya. Kenya is the president of Precizion Mopars of New Mexico. Well, while we wait for Kenya to join with us, see. Oh, looks like we lost Kenya. That's all right. First time doing this.
Trial and error.
Right. Yeah. So what have you been doing lately, Phil, to keep yourself entertained? I heard there's been like some car meets that people have been trying to put together, cruises here and there. What's that?
Haven't been going to any of those. Just been mainly doing some solo riding, getting a lot of sunburn with this heat.
Yeah, you do look a little bit sunburned right now.
Yeah, face and arms. My arms are as red as a tomato.
There you go.
I rode for 3 hours yesterday.
Well, the weather knew what it wanted to do here. It's been sunny, then rainy, then sunny.
Gotta love the Vegas bipolar weather.
Yep. All right, I think we have Kenya back now. Let's see if we can bring Kenya in. Hey, how's it going?
It's going. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing with the quarantine?
Well, family-wise, I'm okay. Club-wise, I miss my team. Being out here in New Mexico, they're my family. So not being able to see them, it's rough. But we're all hanging in there.
Have you been trying to like organize anything? Do you guys been doing like Zoom chats or anything like that?
We have a club chat that we talk to each other almost all day, every day. So, we were doing that before this. So it's just something that keeps us connected daily. think that helps a lot too. And then we all jumped on Marco Polo, so that's been fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool apps out there, a lot of cool video chat things to keep people engaged.
Yeah.
So what? Tell me about your club. So I don't know much about Precision Mopars. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Well, Precision started in October of 2017. We currently have 16 members, and the foundation for our club is family and community. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, all the shows we do, let's say we probably do anywhere from 10 to 15 shows a year, sometimes more, but
Mm-hmm.
the shows have to benefit the community or we don't do them. You
Okay.
know, our members are more than welcome to do things separately, but as a unit, it has to benefit the community. And then
Okay.
also in September, we host our own car show called Care for Cancer, and we give every single dime that we get to the beneficiary family. So we just want to help.
So is it one particular family that you do it for, or is it a bunch of families?
Well, the first year we did was for two of our own members because each of them had parents that were in stage 4, so they split it. And then last year we had a 4-year-old little girl, and so we gave all the money to her family. And then this year we haven't chosen a beneficiary yet, so it just really depends on who the beneficiary is, whether it's
Nice.
one or more. It just depends.
Right. So have you guys set up anything for, like any future plans? Do you guys have any events coming up that you're maybe worried about not being able to complete?
Well, we have had to cancel several because our schedule is pretty busy. I would say 3 weekends out of the month we have something going on. Our car
Hmm.
season here starts around February. And
Okay.
so we're just taking it, week by week. That's all we can do. So we're just hoping that, this gets lifted soon so we can get back to business, and that'll be that.
There you go. Well, so how are things there in New Mexico for you? Because I know for us here, everything is shut down, including the casinos, which is just crazy. Um, I could only find one time in history ever that the casinos didn't operate in Las Vegas, and it was sometime around when JFK was assassinated. So it's a real rare event here to see almost nobody on the strip and really nobody on the road. The only time you actually get to see other people is in the grocery store, and even then, everybody's all masked up, and you're in lines, and nobody really talks to each other. It's kind of a weird existence right now. How are things there? I mean, are all your non-essential businesses shut down as well?
For the most part, yeah. I personally, I'm working from home. My company, they didn't close. They just moved all of us, to this platform. But as far as the city, I have gone out a couple times on the weekend, to go to the store, and there's people everywhere. I don't know where they're going, but there's people everywhere. So,
Wow.
it's crazy, but I will say I've had to go across town a couple of times, and the highways were pretty open. So a
Right.
trip that would normally take me about 30, 35 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's still in the speed limit.
Wow. The
Yeah,
speed limit like that.
the speed limit. I have to set the example, okay?
Yeah. I've been uh,
But
I've been out, running errands and stuff for people, and man, like I'm typically a person that does the speed limit. I don't speed unless I'm in that type of car, or the conditions are just right, or whatever. But man, people have been driving crazy fast out here. Um,
yeah,
there Somebody had to been past. I was going down, I think, Blue Diamond, which is like a decent highway road here, and man, I was doing the speed limit, which is I think 50, and somebody blew by me like I was standing still. I mean, tons and tons of Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Bugattis out just driving around right now. I think it's gotten to the point where people are just like, you know what, if I can't hang out with other people, I'm just going to go out and take drives. And that's what it seems like a lot of people have been doing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know
Bill,
that.
how's everything with you?
Good. Everything's good over here. It's, same as always, just at home, going to work, trying to stay isolated, trying not to drink as much. It's a very hard thing to do when that's one of the main options.
For that. Got it.
I tell you, the one thing I miss about normal life is haircut. I really, really wish I could get a haircut right now.
See, that's the one thing I don't have to worry about. I just take a number 4 to my head and I'm good. I'm basic.
No, I don't feel human without my my haircut. It's just weird.
But you wear hats most of the time either way.
Yeah, I know, but I still like to have my haircut. I look like a 70s football player, just like afro, bunch of facial hair, just like, I don't care, I'm here to play football.
I mean, if you're gonna pull off the Amish beard, you got to do the hair too.
And I like my Amish beard, man. I just don't like having this up here. It feels weird.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I shave my mustache 90% of the time.
This is just one of that 10% time where you didn't.
Yeah, I was too lazy today in the morning. Didn't get enough sleep.
So, getting back on the car topic here, Kenya. What's your car? What do you drive?
I have a 2015 Challenger XT. My car, her name is Lady Drew, and she's a tribute car. Everything about him is all over the car.
Okay, so we got a picture of the car up now. Man, that thing's beautiful. Looks like
Thank you.
Rims are pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's my boo thing.
Do you daily driver it, or is that just your fun car?
Nope, it's my daily driver. I bought it to drive it till the wheels fall off, and then buy some more.
Exactly the way a car should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing wrong, with garage queen. She is garage, but and she's spoiled. I can say that. But I bought it to drive it.
There you go. Did you do any engine modifications or anything like that, other than on the outside with the it looks like the graphics and the wheels? What else have you done to it?
Her engine is stock for the most part, but all my parts are hydrobit. And they're in the murder victim awareness ribbon. So that way I have that made to get that done. And then the parts that aren't hydrobit, they're powder coated.
Okay.
But as far as like intake or anything, everything on it is stock.
Okay. So I know that your club is called Precizion Mopars. Do you guys let anyone else in that isn't Mopar, or is it just all Mopar?
Well, we're an all Mopar club, but we do have people that don't own Mopars that like to hang out with us, and we welcome that because, like I said in the beginning, the foundation is unity. So it would be wrong to have to say, hey, you drive a Ford or hey, you drive a Chevy, and we don't want no part of that. So as far as membership, it's Mopar, but our team is everybody. Like out here, in Mexico, that's the sister club. So usually when you see them, you see us, vice versa. So we don't discriminate against anybody.
Right. So what made you decide to go with a Mopar group instead of just being, Precizion Car Club?
Well, initially I started out as a member of our Challenger club out here. And then I went from that to being a chapter for SoCal Club. and just things just didn't work out, and that's okay. But I didn't want to the club. I wanted to be part of something that was bigger than myself,
Hmm.
and I know I couldn't do it alone. And so, there's strength in numbers. That's my thing. And so that's how we formed the club, and it's been growing ever since. Most of us that are in the club now have been together since the very beginning. So I would like to think that that speaks for itself. We're a family.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, most car clubs are family. I mean, anytime I've ever interacted with, with anyone from a car club or, car club presidents or, any member, they always talk about how much, that's their family, and that they
Hmm.
love to be around their friends. Um, what, let's see here. Sorry, there's all kinds of technical difficulties going on, so I'm trying to pull up all my notes and everything here. How many members did you say you had?
Right now we're at 16.
16. Okay. How long have you guys been around?
Mm-hmm. Since October of 2017.
2017. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
we've had our numbers go up, they've dropped, but
yeah, it happens. I mean, sometimes people want to be a part of something and don't want to put in the effort. I get it. Um, so I know you said that the car scene there is really big. I mean, or is pretty prevalent there. Where do you guys typically hold meets? Like, is there um, one like group that sets up? Hey, we're all going to meet at this place, or um, is it just kind of a lot of little meets? How does it go there?
out here it varies. We do have some groups, that do stuff weekly, the smaller meets, and they just throw it out there like pop-up meets. And then
Hmm.
we also have a group here called New Mexico Desert Kings, which all of us are part of. Patrick, he hosts everything. He's so awesome, but he puts together a lot of mostly at like the local businesses. We like to support small businesses. Not to say that we don't do change, but a lot of them are held at local businesses. Car shows, again, it depends on what it's for, and the location could be anywhere.
Hmm.
So,
Because I know that like here in Vegas, there's a couple of different groups that put together meets, and I've tried to go and be a part of all of them. Some of them are set up in parking lots, of businesses that are closed. Some of them are set up in parking lots where the businesses want people to be there and hang out and maybe purchase something from their establishment. Um, so, oh, trying to read here. Phil, you got
So
anything?
let's go back to the car. I remember a while ago there was a post. You drove from New Mexico all the way to Cali for the design, right?
uh-huh. All my work
Can you tell
done
us a bit
is
more
done
about
in
that?
yeah, all my work is done in California at Inland Wraps, in San Bernardino. They started on the edge of San Bernardino, Loma Linda. So, Doug Donahue, did some of his work, and so I reached out to him and I had him do our decals first, just to get a feel for him. And then the more I started dealing with him, his mind and his creativity is just like, oh my God. And originally, my car was just supposed to have my brother's name with a certain font, and that was it. And now you see what we ended up with. So I've gone nowhere else but to him.
Oh yeah, she
Not to
turned
say
out.
that there's other talented people out there, but the work, I go to California for all my work.
That's awesome. That's a long drive. You really do drive it till the wheels fall off.
I love being on the road. I really think distance is nothing for me. Um, even my parts in my engine. ones that are negative. I sent him out to custom finishing, and he's up there in Crestline in California. So I love being on the road.
I remember when we went down to what was it, Springfest last year? You were having the time of your life on the road.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're hoping that this quarantine gets lifted because we're supposed to go to Wham in Dallas in August. So that's supposed to be the next big trip with the club. So we're looking forward to that. Fingers crossed.
Yes, hopefully everything is cleared up by then. We can all get back to our normal lives.
Mm-hmm. So how are your families adjusting to all this?
My family is at home annoying the living crap out of me, but other than that, we're all good.
For me,
Oh my goodness.
most of my family lives in a different state now, but they all live
Mm-hmm.
within walking distance of each other. So they've been, they live in a really small rural town, so they've been all kind of together, hanging out. My my cousin, I've seen him a couple of times. He's the one that's actually making all of this work right now. Um, but other than that, it's just been me, my roommate, just hanging out, not doing really anything, just drinking.
At least you're honest. I love you for that.
I mean, there's really nothing else that you can do. I've been trying to think of, things to keep myself entertained. I mean, we went through and I cleaned my backyard. The pool is super clean. The fire pit's all cleaned out. Like there's just nothing left to do.
Got
I
it.
mean,
Yeah, if it weren't for work, I'd probably go insane.
I'm slowly getting there. I think I'm up to like 10,000 pictures of my dog, and I'm not really just my dog kind of person. But like every time that I see him, I'm like, oh, that's just such a cute snap, and never even post him. It's just something to do at this point.
I'll
I
tell you, with this quarantine, a lot of people are out and about walking, getting exercise. I've met more neighbors in this past 2 weeks than I've met in the 7 years that I've lived here.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm up to about 7 miles a day that I walk. Um, we usually go out at night when there's not as many people out walking around in the neighborhood, and just listen to music and drink and just walk. I'm uh,
understand that.
I'm, st- I'm
No
still
better
waiting for
way than
someone
to drink and
to join
drive.
in. So every time we pass by the one house, the neighbors are outside drinking in their front yard, and we stand and have a conversation with them. It's pretty fun, but it's it's good to see other people sometimes. I really didn't. I've always been a person that's like, I don't really care. I'll stay at home. I'll keep myself entertained. But now that I have to stay at home, I'm like, man, I miss other people. So that's why I thought it was really important to do this Quaran stream so that we can find out how other people are dealing with this.
Mm.
Just so I know that I'm not the only one going crazy here, I guess.
Definitely not alone.
And one thing that say is the states are different. So if there's anybody out there, where depressed, reach out to someone. Don't feel like you're alone. Right now, it's very trying. So there's people that are fighting demons that some of us have no clue about. Please don't dismiss their feelings.
It was a very good message. Yeah, I've been trying with the people that I know. I've just been going through and trying to call at least a couple of them every day and see how they're doing, see how they're holding up, see if there's anything I can do for them. Because there are some people that really, really need social interaction to keep themselves distracted or keep themselves happy even. So I try to make as many phone calls as I can and try to have as long as conversations as I can with everyone that I know, just to keep their spirits up in this very weird time. Well, Kenya, it was really great talking to you. It was very nice to meet you today. Yeah. If you want to give out some shout outs or anything, I'm sure that Travis has all of the links down in the description to be able to get a hold of your club, get a hold of you. Maybe there's some people out in New Mexico that have Mopars and need a home. So maybe Precizion Mopars would be that place.
My Instagram is Precizion Mopars. You can find me at ladybop_K72. We're a friendly group. We also have a Facebook page. It's Precizion Mopars/New Mexico. We love to talk to you, regardless of what you drive. Again, we have a big extended car, so we're friendly. So say hi.
It was awesome seeing you again, Kenya. It was nice talking to you. Can't wait to see you back here in Vegas again. We'll have to go drink.
Agreed. Trust me, as soon as it's lifted, I'm on the road. My children live in Vegas. My kids, I'm on my way.
You just let us know when.
All right, yeah, I will.
All right, Kenya,
Bye.
thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Kenya. Bye.
All right. So I think we have Joe coming up next, right?
Yes, Joe from Challengers Unlimited, Utah.
All right. I think we will be back. Yo. We back up?
I think so.
Nice.
Cool.
Fuck.
Did you freeze again?
I feel like I did. No, never mind. Phil?
All right, so we have Joe Street coming up from Challengers Unlimited Utah chapter. What's up, Joe?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
See you
What's up,
again.
man?
Joe, this is Joe.
Solid
Joe?
name.
Good guy.
How you doing over there in Utah?
We're holding up okay. Still working. Going for drives as much as we can.
Cool. So the club's still getting together every once in a while, keeping their social distancing going.
Yeah, a few of us. We're not getting any big crowds or anything like that, but
They're in Challengers Unlimited Utah.
yes.
How many? Sorry.
Oh, how many? We've got 169 members.
169 members.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep all of your members engaged during this time, man? Like, what have you been doing to keep everybody's spirits up?
Well, I mean, it's pretty hard. Obviously, not all 169 are really active. You always get kind of a core group that's active all the time. But we stay in touch, and we're actually going to be planning a quarantine cruise here pretty soon, just to get out of the house and go burn some gas. So
especially because gas prices are going down, which is gotta be which is gotta be nice for Challenger drivers because you guys don't get the greatest gas mileage.
I don't know, man. Me and my wife's last trip down to Vegas, we got about 30.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's on a built 5.7 with a 6-speed manual.
Wow. Okay. Because I know my roommate has a Challenger, and that thing ate through gas, and his is actually only the V6 too. So it didn't.
Yeah, we actually had a V6 when we started this chapter here. My wife had the V6, and I think my car now gets better mileage on the freeway.
Really? Well, that's probably because of the manual transmission, I bet.
Manual trans, and it's the V6 is pretty peppy, but this car will really get up and go. So you don't really have to give it a lot of throttle to get it moving.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to put up a picture right now of your car. Let's just go through and tell us about it.
Okay. It's a 2016 Shaker. It's a 5.7 Hemi 6-speed manual. It does have the Stage 3 Scat Pack kit in the engine. Car runs really well. I don't know. It's been a really good car. We bought it in 2018 with 8,000 miles on it. I think it's got about 26,000 on it now. Drive it every day. Rain, snow, doesn't matter. It gets drove. So it's just the old rust bucket.
The old rust bucket. I love it. Let's see here, man. I can see that Herma did some new graphics. Pretty cool.
Herma did my flags on the side, as well as the windshield banner. The American flag on the side actually has our club name cut out of the middle stripe.
Okay.
They did a really good job.
Herma, they're super popular out here, man. I don't think there's very many car clubs that don't have Hermographic stuff.
Right. Well, me and my wife will definitely drive to Vegas to get our stuff done there. That's
are there
for sure.
good shops where you are, or you just prefer them over someone else?
There's a few good shops here, but Hermographics treats us really well, and I really enjoy hanging out there. The last time I went down was maybe a month ago, something like that. I had them install an amp and a sub and stuff in there, and yeah, it's well worth the drive to go down there and hang out with Phil and those guys, and get stuff done to the car.
Yeah, nobody wants to hang out with Phil.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy to me. Like, I've always worked on custom motorcycles my whole life. I've worked on custom cars. Audio is one of my specialties, actually. But like, to see like, and I mean this in no offense to Herma, like, great shop, everything. I love everything about them. They did the windows on my car and stuff, but they're such a small shop, but the amount of work that comes out of there is just tremendous. I mean, you can't go to a car meet here without seeing their name on something, or some work that they did for a small shop that's in North Las Vegas, like in kind of like an industrial park area, not really much around. I mean, I would have never found them on my own. But man, they pull down some crazy numbers for that small shop there, and they do really good work. I Windows for I think 3 years in my life. Hardest job ever. Never ever do it again. Just because it was so detailed, and I just don't have the patience for it. But when Herma did my windows, perfect. Not a single flaw in them. Not a single rock, nothing. And that's pretty hard to do, especially in in Las Vegas, where there's tons of dust everywhere, and it's very dry, and dust particles get up and get onto that film. Yeah. So, what's things like in your town? Like, is everything shut down as well?
Yeah, for the most part. We have the essential businesses that are still open. I still go to work every day. My wife's working from home now. I think almost everybody I know is still working.
That's good.
There's a few that are laid off or furloughed for the time being, but I think people are generally taking it pretty well and doing everything they can still. There's a lot of doomsayers out there that are freaking out and hoarding toilet paper and stuff like that because the world's going to end. But I think everybody just needs to kind of take a step back and calm down a little bit. Try to relax and just move on with your life still as much as you can. We will get through this stuff.
So one of the things that actually Travis was just telling me is that if you travel to Utah border, you have to fill out an online form. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah. It's whether you're flying or driving, you have to fill out a form stating where you've been and where you're going, if you have any medical issues or needs. But yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but that's what they're doing.
Wow. So how is it getting supplies and stuff? Like, have you had trouble getting what you need?
Not really. Just go to the store and get what you need. Toilet paper obviously is in short supply, but you can still. My wife ordered some from Costco online and just had it delivered to the house. Didn't even have to go in. So, but supplies like food, you can still go to the store and get whatever you need, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. What about like auto parts stores? Are they open?
They are. I actually work for a automotive paint supply store company, and everything's still going. Hours are cut back a little bit, but we're still working. So
there you go. Because I've been, people have been sending into the Big Boy Cars Instagram, pictures of stuff that they were working on upgrade wise. But I just kind of wondered if people were able to get those parts or not.
Yeah, yeah, I think you can still go get whatever you need still. You know, like AutoZone, all those places are still open, of course, too. But yeah, as far as I know, everybody's still. If it's an automotive shop at all, it's considered essential, so they're still open.
Right.
So,
And then you got eBay for all the custom crap.
right. Yep.
So I've been ordering everything lately. They're the only ones that will deliver still.
Just get that vibrating shift knob, Phil.
Yeah, I got it for you. It's wrapped up for your Christmas present.
Oh,
Dirty. I'm just going to go ahead and assume that was a dirty joke.
Well, I mean, can vibrating anything be a clean joke?
Nope.
There you go. How's everything else down there, Joe? Have you gotten yourself into any fun projects while you're quarantined? Well, outside from work while everything else is shut down?
not really. We're still trying to get our house sold so we can move. That's not working out very well. But for the most part, it's business as usual.
Are they still selling alcohol?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
In Utah, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And you,
The liquor store is an essential business here.
not out here.
You know what's crazy? Is here it isn't. I mean, I don't know if it is considered essential or not, but the liquor store that is nearest to my house is closed, which is just odd to me. I mean,
I believe they're all still open here.
Yeah, out here they shut down every standalone liquor store basically. So your only choices for liquor are supermarkets and gas stations. Which sucks.
What is Las Vegas coming to? No gambling and really hard to get liquor?
It's like
weird.
Utah now.
Yeah, right? Like every time we go to Utah, like I love going to Zion and we just bring all of our own booze with us because it's just so hard to get it there. And then everything is usually near beer. Is that what they call it? Like super low percentage or something like that?
Not anymore. They got rid of all the 3.2 beer, and we're up there with everybody else now. We have real beer now.
We have real beer now.
How's the actual liquor, though? Does that mean I don't have to smuggle bottles in anymore?
Well, the liquor was always the same.
Yeah.
There were a few bottles that I remember getting out there that were a little bit lower percentage than they were out here.
You're just drinking that girl stuff, Bill.
Look who's talking.
I have a bottle of Pendleton over there that I was going to pour myself a drink before we started this, and then I don't know, I forgot. I can still see it. It's right over there, but I'm in the middle of this now. I think I made
the whole time.
But yeah, that's why the sunglasses, because I'm constantly looking over at that bottle right now.
I got a bottle of Bullet Bourbon waiting for me, so.
Go. So, do you guys, does Challengers Unlimited, do you have anything planned for after the quarantine? Like, what's your next event coming up?
Well, our next event was our Cars for Critters show. That's our show that we put on every May. Benefits West Valley Animal Shelter. But unfortunately, we had to cancel it this year due to the quarantine and the virus. But we're going to do our quarantine cruise on May 9th. That was the day of our show. So we're going to just put together a cruise and do that instead. We'll still gather donations for the animal shelter and deliver them. But every year we do that show, and then we always find an individual that needs our help, whether they've got cancer or Lyme disease, whatever. And we'll do some cruises and fundraisers to help them too. Right now, the summer is kind of up in the air for us until we figure out what exactly is going to happen with this quarantine stuff. It's a lot of time and work and energy to put on a car show, so can't necessarily just move it to a different date. So as far as our car show, we'll just have to shoot for next year.
So you put on a big car show and it benefits you said the animal hospital or something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's West Valley. You're good. It's West Valley Animal Shelter.
Okay.
We put on a benefit show for them. They're our local animal shelter. They don't get any state funding, so they operate fully on donations and the public. So it helps them out a lot. So this would have been our 4th year doing it. It seems to get bigger each year. That's which is good. But we kind of got thrown a curveball this year, so
I think you and everybody else.
Yeah,
that's good, man.
Yeah, there's been a lot of shows canceled already this year, and it's hurting a lot of people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I remember last year we came up for Cars and Critters, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big ass park with a lot of cars. I haven't walked that much in my life.
Yeah, the show's getting pretty big.
And I remember
we're definitely proud of what we do. So. But, go ahead, guys.
Sorry, I started talking, then everyone else did, and I was like, you know what, mine wasn't that. Anyway. What? So you said you have 160, over 160 members. You said
169, yeah, total.
That's a lot of members. So where do you guys typically have like meets on like a normal day? So like if this wasn't all going on for your car scene out there, does your club meet up in a location where there's other clubs, or is it just you guys kind of keep to yourself off to this place? Do you do weekly meets?
We generally if we do meets, we'll get together and have dinner, kind of discuss club activities and what everybody's up to. However, there is meets here every Friday and Saturday night, kind of scattered all over the valley that I know, a few of the members go to. I went to a few of them just to kind of see what they were about. A lot of import cars, and so they look at you a little cross-eyed when you pull in your Mopar, but it's still pretty fun. Some of them get really big, like 500-600 cars. It's pretty amazing. But, we try to get together as much as we can, but with everybody's work schedules and stuff, it gets kind of hard. So.
Mm-hmm. So in your club, I know it might sound like a stupid question, but does everyone have Challengers or all Mopars?
The majority are Challengers. We do have a few Chargers, a couple Magnums. We have one girl with a Hyundai Veloster, but she's kind of special to the rest of the club, and we're a pretty tight knit family, and we always have each other's backs. So if you got a Veloster, I guess that's what you got. So you can come cruising and hang out. I mean, Phil drives a Cadillac, and we talk to him.
We try not to talk to him. That's all right. I currently,
I love you, Phil.
My daily right now is a Chevy, so I got no dog in this.
I will not hold that against you, man.
You should though.
Yeah,
You will.
we're all
No, you will.
Mopar, so
I've been a Mopar fan all my life, Dodges all my life, so it hurts to drive a Chevy right now.
yeah, it's painful. I've had to do that before.
If you consider selling one of the you got in the garage, maybe I'd have a Mopar.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you. Remember those two beauties you had sitting in your garage when we came up?
Yeah, they're still there.
Well, you see, maybe if you would have sold one, I'd have a Mopar right now.
Well, if I sold one, I'd be in jail.
Hey, we can make everything work.
All right, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, Joe, for joining in with us, man. It was really nice to talk to you. Go ahead and give out your shout-outs. So hopefully people can support your causes there, man. I love animals, and I think that what you guys do is pretty awesome. So hopefully you can get that going after this quarantine is over and raise some good money.
I hope so too. Thanks for having me. All my CU family, I love you all. I hope you're doing well. If anybody needs anything, please reach out to me. I always got your back. So stay strong. We'll get through this.
It's nice talking to you, Joe. Nice seeing you again.
You too, brother.
All right, Joe. It was nice meeting you, man. Take it easy.
You too, man.
Brother.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Well, it looks like next up we've got Raph from Challengers Unlimited Las Vegas.
Yes, we do.
So I think we're going to take a couple second break here and bring up Raph. I'll pull back in just a second.
Alright, and we're back. Next we have Raph from Challengers Unlimited Las Vegas chapter.
What up?
What's up, Raph? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
Oh, it's beautiful in town.
Yeah, right. But I got two pictures up in here.
What's that?
So you can see yourself.
I got two pictures.
Yeah, one of them's so you can see what your camera looks like, and the other one's what everyone else sees.
Okay. That's freaking
How you
crazy.
doing, man? How's this quarantine life treating you?
Nah, it's all right. It's all right. Fucking
I've
going
seen some of
crazy.
your posts and stuff. You're just out there eating delicious looking food, hanging out in the backyard.
Right?
Are you on quarantine or vacation?
Something like that.
Got to turn a
Nah,
bad
just
situation into a good one.
yeah. Shit, if they don't open up, let us get out of here. Fucking, I'm gonna put on another 50 fucking pounds. But
I feel like
we all have it.
what's that?
yeah, I feel like everybody's getting that. I think I heard on the news or something the other day. They're calling it the quarantine 15, just like the freshman 15.
Yep. Yeah, no, I saw on the news that there some doctors on there saying about how people are putting on weight left, right, and center.
Well, I mean, you've shut down damn near an entire country, and the only thing you left open is supermarkets, fast food, and some states' liquor stores. What do you expect's going to
Yep.
happen at that point?
Right.
How's the family doing, Raph? How's everyone doing health-wise? Everyone good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Hanging in there. Hanging in there. I mean, I was working for the most part. I have to get people their glasses and stuff. But then with this past week, it being the worst week of the epidemic or the pandemic, kicked everybody out and told them to stay home. And I'll plan on opening up tomorrow to hand out some more glasses and whatnot. See how it goes.
Nice.
But
people do need to see.
People, just. I mean, I don't want to be that one that just I got to keep my patients happy, but at the same time, I got to take care of my people. I don't want to be the one that trying to keep money in their pockets and my patients happy, but I don't want to be the one that have my girls come in all of a sudden and find out that they got this Rona on them, and they lose one of them or have them get sick or something. For what? Life is too short already as it is.
True.
And
so
shit, I ain't getting any younger.
So tell us a little bit about the club and everything. How's everything going with the club?
Well, as you know, Phil, I was out for 2.5 months with my back, and everything went to hell. It wasn't quite what I expected, but the club is pretty much right now it's non-existent per se. Didn't have the people that I thought that would have the backbone to carry on while I was down and out, but it all works out for the better. I've got some plans for here in the near future. I already talked to a couple people, got some good people, some good veterans that got some strong backing within the community. So you're gonna see if CU Vegas is gonna come out strong. Hopefully, as soon as this gets up and done and over, we've been talking and actually gonna have some sick cars. Got a couple guys that have some sick wide bodies, and we're about 4 deep. Most of the guys are gonna be in the generation, old vets. Hoping to grow the female side of the house so we could help out more of the do the more of the nonprofit to help out the women's shelters, and do like we've been talking about in the past about getting a little raising money for the cancer and nonprofits and whatnot. So stuff that I've been trying to get together with the old crew that didn't pan out as much. Looks like it'll work out, God willing, here once this is all done, said and done towards the end of this year. Hopefully it'll work out.
Awesome, glad to hear that. Hopefully as well.
You know, I'm sure I'll
Well,
let you guys know so we could put it out there. You know, help it blow up a little bit.
There you go.
always that's what we're here for, just to try to help, man. So I know that I'm sure most people have seen your video, but why not tell us again about your ride?
Well, Waldo is a 2015 Scat 6.4 motor. There he is. Pretty much stock, like I said before. You know, got just the air cleaner. I've done a little bit to it. I put in the new front grill. I did do. I changed the back tires to a 240. What was it? I got the 295 40 20s in the back, so I got that little lift on the back, so it makes it a little bit older look, where it's lifted in the back, lower in the front. Pretty much that's about it. To be honest with you, he's
Wow,
still
I
running
love
strong. Actually, you know, got to get together, Joe, so you can try it out now. If you thought it hooked before, you should see how it hooks now. With them bigger
man,
tires in the back.
I'm ready.
Yeah, he hooks and books.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in it. I can't speak for JB. I don't think he had too much fun. I did my best to try to scare him at every single possible chance. I don't think he was too much of a fan of that. So
give me one quick second.
Sure. Yeah, I remember when we did Raph's video. We went out to the 7 Magic Mountains. It was a good time. Had a lot of fun.
JB was very scared.
Actually, it's funny because I was going through my phone getting rid of some videos and stuff, and I came across that video.
Oh yeah.
And you know, and I send it. I send it out to a couple more people, so I might be getting some more hits on that. And it was funny because I got asked that same old question from some people in the UK, going, "Waldo, why Waldo?" All guys name their cars after girls. You know, I went through the same old routine, you know, about why Waldo. You know, I went through the whole explanation of, you know, my brother and how he passed away. And you know, it's funny because I was listening to you talk to Joe about Chevy. And again, the whole same thing came out. You know, it was like, "Oh man, you're a traitor," and I'm like, "Well, you know, I still love my Chevys, but you know, I made a promise to my brother, and that's him. You know, that's my car. And I had to keep, you know." And it's funny because I can't remember right now where exactly where I was at, and the guy looked at me and he was, "I like your car, but I don't understand what the writing and the dates are on your car for." I go, "Well," and I go, "Well, my brother got sick, and that's the day he was born, and that's the day he went on to be with the Lord, and that's his name." And he goes, "Oh," and it hurt, you know. And I got to be honest, I came about that close to smacking him, because he turned around and under his breath he goes, "That's kind of stupid. I would have never done something like that." You know, and I was like, I took a deep breath because I was like, you know, it made me realize how insensitive and how a-hole people can be. But I came real close to just knocking this dude into next month.
Jeez. What have you had any events that you had to cancel since the quarantine? Did I freeze?
Froze.
Oh, I was like,
No.
wait, did I freeze?
Alright, let's see if we can get Raph back.
We'll see if we can get Raph back right now. I got a couple other people that are trying to join into the live stream to be a part of the conversation. So kind of bear with us for a second. Maybe Travis can throw up the loading screen for just a second, and just give us a few seconds. We'll be right back. Try to get Raph back, and I've got a couple other people that are messaging me trying to join into the stream. So just give me 1 second. Hey, look at that, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We had some technical difficulties. Apparently, Cox service isn't doing so hot right now. So the stream went down, but we're back up. Just waiting on Raph to get back in here so we can finish our call with him. I think we're working hard on that now. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everyone back and get this stream moving. Phil can fill some time here and talk about some stuff.
Alrighty. So what have you been up to the last few days other than drinking?
That's really it, man. Drinking, walking, working out a little bit. I'm trying to not be as big. I just want to feel better about myself, and now that I have time to work out and whatnot, I've just been doing that.
Yeah, same. I've been trying to, but with work, coming home tired, only thing I've been able to do is drink, eat, and ride. Bit of the opposite, but making the best out of this situation. It is a good time to go down to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, though, and take some pictures. That thing is empty.
Yes, we did go and do that. Hopefully that video will be up soon. Me and Phil, just shortly after the quarantine started, we had already been in very close proximity to each other, and so we just decided that we were going to go out there and check some things out. And it was pretty weird to be down there for sure.
It definitely was. Apart from seeing the strip so empty, that Welcome to Las Vegas sign, I've yet to drive by it and not see a huddle of people around it trying to take pictures.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it's kind of nice to see everybody out and about. During our normal times, nobody's exercising. Everybody's in their house watching movies and eating.
Yeah.
Seeing people on the streets is kind of weird, actually exercising and walking around.
Right.
7 years in this neighborhood, and I've seen 2 neighbors. Now I've seen every neighbor around me.
Right. And which is weird because Las Vegas typically isn't a place that you know your neighbors, which I never understood why. I mean, I've lived in a lot of different places around the country, and I usually always try to know my neighbors. And here it's just people just kind of keep to themselves. So
I try to know the 2 direct neighbors usually around me, and then everyone else is just kind of like keep to yourself type scenario.
Yeah. One of the weird things for me is like pulling into a shopping center that doesn't have a grocery store in it. It might, it's like full with a bunch of like non-essential businesses, I guess. And they're vacant at like 2:00 in the afternoon. And there's just no.
Going to a mall and just seeing floors of empty garage. It's weird. With all the shutdowns and everything. Hopefully we get through this soon and get everything opened back up. Vegas gets back to normal. Definitely a one-of-a-kind type situation.
Yeah, and hopefully it's over soon. Because I know a lot of people are struggling right now with everything that's going on.
I did hear that stimulus checks are supposed to be going out, so help people a little bit, get a little bit of relief. I heard they were working on a second stimulus check already as well. So hopefully all that goes through. It's not much, but it's enough to get us by at least.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully all that goes well. They slowly start opening things back up. It's a tough time being so isolated. Not everybody does good in isolation. For me, going to work, having a little bit of social distancing but social interaction at work, I'd go fucking insane. I'm not good.
Yeah.
Isolated. Can't do it.
It's definitely weird, but with all these video call things that are out, the house party and Zoom and all that good stuff, it's a little bit better.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier. Gives us a way to kind of do something fun and communicate with friends that are isolated. Gives you a little bit of social interaction without having to be there in person.
Mm-hmm. Right. Looks like we're just waiting on Raph to join back in the call, and then we'll bring him back up.
So you gonna do anything to the daily? Or you gonna keep it on stock?
Probably nothing motor wise. Like, it's a 4-cylinder. Like, there's just nothing that I really care to do about it. I might just put some audio and upgrade the audio here shortly. But other than that, I'm just going to keep it real stock. Just like anyone else, when you start modifying cars heavily, when you start modifying cars heavily, sometimes they become unreliable, and I want my daily driver to be reliable. I'd much rather have just another car to modify, and also I'm not really a Chevy fan, so
LS swap it. Those are very reliable.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but like, my car's still new. I don't want to mess with it yet.
That's the fun part. You just rip out the engine, drop a 5.3 Vortec in it, put a fat turbo on it, and you're set.
Right. One of the biggest things for us was especially for Big Boy Cars, was it was supposed to be the Rockabilly and Rat Rod Ruckus. Yesterday was supposed to be the start of it, and I know that's a huge car event that goes on here in Las Vegas. There's tons and tons of people that come in for that, and some of the old classic cars that come in are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've seen some insane cars at that event. I've also seen some of the most mint condition classics you will ever see around at those events. And the people there are amazing. It is a different culture at that type of event versus all of the car events we have in town.
Mm-hmm. That's still one of the most viewed videos that Big Boy Cars has, is coverage of that event.
I mean, it is an awesome event, and it's big. Everybody comes from all over the country for it. People bring their cars down from all over the country.
All right, I think that we have Raph back. There he is.
And
What's going on?
I don't freaking know. Oh, hey,
credit card bills right now?
it told me, it said something about too suspicious, some shit trying to get on my side or something. I don't know. Anyways, cheers.
So, cheers. All I got is water. Cheers.
Water. Cheers.
That whole time that I was able to go over there and get some of that whiskey, I still didn't.
Right? I was debating getting something at the beginning.
Anyways.
So what events have you had to cancel since this has been going on, Raph?
Actually, I'm not sure about canceling it quite yet, but
or
I don't know.
rescheduling, I guess.
I'm looking at doing. I might have to cancel the memorial cruise
Mhm.
For Elliot, which is in October. I mean, I know it's still a way away, but I wanted to do something bigger this year.
Mhm.
So because I wanted to make it and plan it so the Utah chapter come up, the LA chapter could come up, the Arizona, Texas, and I'm fried. Anyways,
That means not enough boots.
Indiana. There you go, Indiana, right? Yeah, and the Indiana chapter come down, but with all this going down, I'm not sure what's happening and stuff. So, um, it's just doing it. I don't want to do anything last minute. I don't want to. I want to make it different this year. I wanted to. That's why I was hoping to go down to Springfest and get with everybody there and get it all coordinated. But we had that canceled out, and then this. And so hey, I don't like this. Titties are bigger than what they are. Fuck you, Phil. We're live, huh? We don't have that horn going on, do we?
Nah, no horn. It doesn't really matter.
Oh crap!
Whatever. There you go.
So, anyways,
Yeah, this year's been curveball after curveball so far.
Right?
Hopefully, it starts going towards the better soon. We're all going crazy in isolation.
Tell me about it.
How have things been for you? Have you been able to get all the supplies and stuff that you need?
Yeah, pretty much. Except for I still can't figure out this whole toilet paper thing, man. Seriously.
Neither.
I mean, what the hell, bro? You only got one ass.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand, one sheet of paper is all you need to wipe your ass. You don't need rolls and rolls and rolls.
Okay. I think that I've gotten toilet paper once since this whole thing started, and
yeah,
I got what I normally need, and I'm good for 2 months. Like, I go and get the same pack.
Dude, the store down the street, people were fighting over toilet paper. I mean, like knock out, drag out, weave pulling fights.
I don't understand it. Like, not saying that anybody should do any of this, but there are way more essential things than toilet paper that needed to have.
I mean, I can see it over like milk, eggs, food,
mm-hmm.
but they don't give a shit about food. Toilet paper. Fuck you.
I really don't understand it. Like the grocery store by my house, they're limited on things that you can buy. Like I think milk and eggs, any sort of dairy product, or one of that product.
Yeah. And it like amazes me. It's like it blows my mind on how people can be so inconsiderate for other people.
Mm-hmm.
It just really blows my mind. I mean, especially for the elderly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I went to the store and I was getting some stuff, and this dude was about to snatch this stuff out of this little lady. I mean, this lady must have been 70 years old. And I saw him going towards her, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, and he looked over. I'm like, go ahead, dude. I dare you. Please. It's like, come on, man. Really? It's like, I mean, I don't know, bro. I just don't. It's like, I really don't understand it.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around it either. I will give it to people though; they have gotten pretty sophisticated with the hiding spots to hide toilet paper in Walmart to come back and get it later.
Wow,
Have
I
you
don't know.
seen those videos online of people's hiding spots at Walmart? They're just taking toilet paper and hiding them in the most random areas so they can come back and get it later.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Why not just then? I don't understand the point. Are they
I mean,
limited at like Walmart and stuff too, or?
I think they are
no,
limiting them so there's enough to go around. So people are just taking what they want and hiding the rest to come back and get it the next day or later that day.
I mean, are they shitting that much? Honestly,
I mean,
they're
I
not
guess.
buying food. So guess
Well, I
what? If
mean,
you don't have
people,
food, you're not going to shit as much.
yeah, but that's all
I'm
people
just
are
saying.
doing
I'm
right
just saying.
now. That's all it really is to do: eat, drink, sleep.
I mean, wow.
It is definitely a crazy time. There are moments that society has turned on itself.
It just, I don't know. It just blows my mind.
So what have you been doing to get your club engaged? Like keep them engaged. Are you do you have anything immediately planned for after the quarantine, or are you
Yeah.
just kind of waiting?
No. What I'd like to do is, honestly, I'd like to go around and do a cruise of the city. Um, do a cruise of the city, and either go to a park or possibly come back here and have a family barbecue like we did that time. Need to get your ass
Mm-hmm.
back over here. Not the way that one went.
That was a little different for sure.
Yeah,
That was an
yeah.
eventful day
Well,
we
see,
could
that
say.
one we might limit everybody to maybe one or two drinks.
Mm-hmm. Or just certain people.
Yeah, yeah, true.
And
But
Joe's like, "You're lifting me."
Speaking of
but
what,
yeah, for
speaking of
sure.
which, I'm just gonna go grab my whiskey real quick.
See, now I
No,
feel left out. Now I really feel left out.
I thought I was playing Tennessee whiskey in the background for you, Phil.
Make myself a
Yeah, I'm
drink
trying
real
to
quick.
watch my sugar consumption, so I have to switch over to vodka again.
Always need
Well,
some bullets in your drink.
I got those ice bullets just because I started drinking bullet bourbon.
Mm.
I had to.
but those are ice. Are those ice?
No, those are
They're actually like they're metal,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, they're not real bullets by any
HJs?
means.
No, but they're metal.
Yeah,
No, because I got the stone dice. They're the stone dice.
yeah. Oh, I have
So.
those too.
yeah. I have a set of those. We all have them.
Oh, by the way, Phil, I was just told by the boss that after this is all over, you guys will come and we'll have fun at a barbecue at the house.
No, I'm in. I'm always in for
There's
food.
no op. Well, there's no options. She said you will come.
As long as
All
she
right.
lays off the curry, I agree.
See, you had to open your mouth. Now she's gonna put extra curry in that shit for you.
I know that that the cheese that we had that one time, that red wine cheese that was there, that was really good.
That was surprisingly good. I did
I
not
actually went
expect
to
it.
the store and bought more of that after that barbecue.
Well, the
Not
doors
that
are
big
always
of
open, Joe.
Oh yeah. You just live so far away.
Well,
You know?
what the hell is that?
That was my mom calling me
Uh-oh.
via Facebook as we're streaming to Facebook. Sorry, I can't talk right now, Mom. Really?
Well, there might be a change to that too, Joe. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know that later on, behind the scenes.
There you go. So how many members are in Challengers Unlimited Las Vegas?
Right now, too.
It just blows my mind. Quality over quantity.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like I said, we had a not put nobody down, or just there was just differences in opinions and visions, and you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong. Everybody had, it's like I was told when I joined the military. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all good. I've got no hard feelings for nobody, and hey, you know what? If we all agree to disagree, we're good. You know
Right.
that don't, like they say, that don't kill us makes us stronger.
Yep.
And all you could do is build again, start off again, and now I've learned from my mistakes, and I'll build from that.
There you go.
So
Still waiting on all those likes, by the way, on Raph's video. Even though I'll give you a little bit of an update on Big Boy Cars, with the way that things are going for JB for his work, and in his personal life, he doesn't have the time any longer to continue doing Big Boy Cars alongside with me. But I'm still holding him to the 5,000 likes. He's jumping out of the plane. I'll put my goddamn self. So make sure that you guys that see this video go out there and like Raph's video, so that we can push JB out of a plane. I really, really want to do that.
right.
So here's my question: when we hit that 5,000 likes, do we strap JB to Raph and say jump, or how's that work?
I mean, in no offense to either one of them, I don't think there's parachutes quite big enough to slow that much down. I mean, like, whatever they drop the Humvees and stuff with.
Hey, I'll put it like this: my personal goal, for the end of this year, there'll be hopefully only half of me come the end of the year. Just health wise, I'm just tired of seeing all of me.
I feel the same way, man. I've lost about 60 pounds over the last couple of months, and I'm liking it. I'm liking there being a lot less of me.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, it's like I said. I mean, I'm not sure if Phil mentioned or anything. I mean, the end of last year, beginning of this year, literally, I was bedridden for almost 2.5 months. My back just totally gave out on me, and it was an eye opener.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just now barely being able to get up on my own.
Right.
And well, you were here when I was on my walker.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, and it scared the shit out of me. And it wasn't so much my weight. It was just my past, me beating the shit out of my body in the past, but the weight didn't help it any.
Right.
So, and I finally made it a conscious decision to say, hey, you know what? That's it. Enough is enough.
Right.
So I've made a cautious decision, and I'm putting some stuff in the works. And my goal for this time next year is to be down to a minimum, or minimum. I want to be down at least 220, 240.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I'm on the same page there with you. After throwing my back out twice at this young of an age, getting tired of all this fucking weight. Setting out a little plan there. But this time next year, same thing. Trying to be down at that 220 mark. Hopefully, if all goes well.
well, we need to get together. We need to get together and do it, bro. I told you how I feel about that. I will not fucking bury you
I don't know.
unless I beat the shit out of you first. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, I got you. We'll get there slowly but surely.
There's too much shit we need to accomplish first.
This is true.
So,
Sorry, I'm just answering questions here. Hold on one second.
and a bunch of other presidents are out there going, "Shut the flop up already."
No, I think
probably people in New Mexico. I'm not going to mention no names. She knows who she is. Love you, girl.
Oh, so what have you done different to your car? Have you done anything like quarantine upgrade wise?
No, I put the Phantom grill on there. I got some other stuff that I want to do to it, but unfortunately, not being able to physically get underneath it and get under the hood and stuff like that. I haven't been able to, but I do have the parts and stuff that I want to get done. There are some stuff I want to get done before I put it back out in the public. I want to do, but I want it to be a surprise to everybody once they see him out there again.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to put it out there, and the boss keeps going, "You better not." So I'm, happy wife, happy life. I don't like sleeping alone. My couches are comfortable, but I'd rather be cuddling.
Of course. My couches are super comfy as well, but I'm not sitting on it because I don't really have a desk in my house. So I kind of made like a makeshift one here on the floor in my living room.
I'm just trying to. And I've mentioned it to you before. There's a certain look I want to get to it, but I'm trying to do something with it. There's an upgrade I'm doing to it, but I don't want to say nothing because I mentioned one upgrade I wanted to do to it, and somebody went ahead and jumped in and did it to their car.
Dang.
So I got slapped in the back of the head for that. So now I'm keeping it shut, and I've ordered the parts. So once I have the time and I've saved up a little bit of cash so I can get it all done, then I'll do the grand unveiling, and you'll be the first to know, so you can be recording it when it comes out.
There we go.
But
sounds like fun.
I'll say this much: it's going to be a big surprise because I'm going totally opposite of what is my norm and what I've talked about wanting to do to the car. So it's going to shock people. When I come out with it, people will not expect to see Waldo. They'll be like, "Who the hell?"
Those are the best kinds of builds.
Huh?
Those are the best kinds of builds.
Yep. So that's why I've been debating the boss's upgrade. If I should wait to do her upgrade on her vehicle first or do mine first.
Well, if it was what we talked about the other day, first.
Yeah, that price on hers though, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if I could pass that price up on hers because mine is going to be a little bit more. Well, not more in money, but I don't know.
More
I don't know if I
than
could trust. But see, I don't know if I could trust her with that much horsepower on the street.
oh no, you can't. She's the one that will do donuts and burnouts down the street. She is that person.
Yeah, see, wifey acts real nice and calm, and the thing we're talking about, Joe, is that I found a Hellcat Charger for 48.
Ooh,
And
okay.
she's been she wants to get out from behind that 6-cylinder, and she wants a Charger. So I said, okay, well, we could either do the 5.7, the RT, or then somebody told me about that Caravan where they deliver the car to you.
Oh,
And
Carvana or whatever.
the Carvana. And I found a Scat. I found a Scat for 32, but then I saw a Hellcat for 45, and I went, "Ooh, damn it!" But I don't know if I could trust her behind the wheel of either one of those.
I know there's a couple of people out here that have been. Let's see, one of the very first videos Big Boy Cars ever did. We drove around in his Daytona, which was super duper fun. Love that thing. It was bagged. It was an amazing little car, but he actually got rid of that Sense, and I think he has a Hellcat now, or he might even have a Demon. I don't know.
I think he got it was a white Challenger Hellcat, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. He's been out there posting videos on a daily basis. He looks like he's very bored out there driving right now.
Well, see, but to me, I don't know. I've heard different. I mean, the supercharger, the Dodge Superchargers. I've heard different stories about them. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that scares. That's the only thing that scares me. Which, I mean, I know she's not going to ride it hard like a lot of people do. So, I mean, it'll probably last a little bit longer than most.
Just put a Whipple on it, and you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but see, if I'm gonna do that, then I'd rather just do the 5.7 and build it.
Right, if you're gonna go that far.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna do that, then save me $30,000.
Sure.
Holy crap! Where's this rain coming from?
Oh, it's a true alcoholic right there. He finished his beer before he runs inside. He's like, "Oh my god, the house is on fire."
Gotta save the booze.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, definitely we need to plan something to have you guys come over, man.
As soon as this quarantine gets lifted, we'll have to throw a little party.
Yep.
When do you think the quarantine's going to be up? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I've been looking at some stuff and talking to some people I know. I've heard the end of the month, they're going to be doing it's going to be like a rolling type thing, but the fears that I'm hearing from people that I know is that there might be a couple outbreaks here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, everybody's not getting tested. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough test. There's not enough. There's not enough test kits.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you can quarantine and people ain't feeling sick, but how do you know if they've got it or not? So, 1, 2. The other thing is that here, especially here in Vegas. I mean, especially people that work on the strip. I've talked to a couple patients that are friends of mine and they work in the casinos and stuff. Operation managers and so on and so forth. You know, rumor has it that they're looking at some of the casinos are talking about not opening up till the end of the year.
Wow.
Because, honestly, think about it. Where are their customers? Where are their patients? Where are their customers coming from?
Right.
China, Europe. I mean, you know what I'm saying? How are they going to test them? How are they going to know if they got it or not?
Right. Well,
You know,
and then
I mean,
all the
Go ahead.
restrictions that they're having with moving between, even from state to state that I've been hearing is
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we're looking at, we're again, it's as sad and as much as it hurts me, but again, we're looking at something like 9/11. Okay, but hey, yeah, okay, we could do this, but how many restrictions can you really put?
Right.
If they would have stopped this shit from the get go back in November when they really knew about it, except they didn't know what the hell to call it.
Right.
Yeah, you could quarantine people. What's that?
The biggest issue with the testing is, for what I'm hearing, is 40 to 50% of all the tests are showing false negatives.
No, because they don't. I mean, I don't know, man, dude. It's just there's so much gray area.
Oh yeah.
I know someone who she's the director of one of the hospitals up in Riverside, and what they. All right, fuck this shit. I'm going inside. Safe. They started doing the Malaysia pills or malaria pills. Malaria pills with the Z-Packs.
Yeah, that seems to be working.
And they say that they're having an 80% a positive treatment with the positive outcome with that.
Mm-hmm.
They're having some side effects, but for the most part, it's working good.
The thing with that malaria drug and the big discussion of it, of whether it works, the side effects and all that, a lot of people don't realize that this is the same drug that certain people have to take on a daily basis to help with certain conditions that they have, and the side effects are minimal.
Well, yeah. Well, that's like with anything, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the bad part about that shit is that's like any freaking drug. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's like any damn drug. God dang it! The sun's behind me everywhere I go. With any drug you take in the U.S., there's no such thing as one drug for one cure.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, it's like when we get deployed. Okay, what region are we going to? Oh, we're going to this region. Oh, okay, so let's see. In that region, you got this, this, and this. That's 132 shots.
Oof.
Right?
Does not sound fun.
No, not at
Okay,
all.
why? Down to your skivvies and walk this line, and you'd have a bunch of people sitting there, and you're sitting there,
Getting stuck by each one.
Did you need them? No, just in case, though.
Right.
And did we know what what one shot had a side effect combined with another one? No, and it sucks. It's like right now, they got me on 3, 4 different pills. Oh, but the side effect from this one, it might be this, it might be this, it might be this. Oh shit! Oh, okay. They had one. What was that one pill I had to take? They gave me one pill that was supposed to. I forget what it was for, and I broke out in freaking hives, and I was itching like I just walked through a field of poison ivy.
That sounds awful, man.
Oh, dude, it was so. It sucks, but that's unfortunate. That's a field of freaking medicine. They can't. It's bullshit.
Right.
And it's but I mean I'm hoping and praying that um we could all get out of this and everybody back at work. And unfortunately this trip, it's going to be a hit and miss, and it sucks for those people that work at the casinos. What are we gonna, I mean, what can they do?
Right. I don't know, man. Hopefully that we recover from everything. But I wanted to thank Raph for coming in. I think we're gonna wrap up the stream here, and hopefully bring you guys another one here shortly. But Raph, go ahead, plug whatever you want to plug there before we take off. It was nice seeing you.
Hey, for sure. Thanks a lot, man. Hey,
Yeah.
see you, family. See you guys later. Hopefully, in October sometime, or November, we'll have another tribute to Elliot's memory. Have a nice cruise. Have it live. Love you guys. Take care and see you soon.
See you, Raph.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for today's stream. Let us know how you guys like this one. Any thoughts or anything like that. I'm trying to organize maybe another one, hopefully get some more club members in here and just make this hopefully a way for everyone to chat and stay connected still. As always, it was good seeing you, Phil.
It was good seeing you too.
Make sure you guys out there go like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, just so we can make this thing bigger and make it a bigger and better community for the car community as a whole, not just here in Las Vegas, but everywhere. Thanks for tuning in, guys.